DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.
Alright, so we just got these Tyger running boards to replace the ones that we have on the truck right now. I have the circular ones and the pad has fallen off on one of them, so it's actually pretty slick now and it's not very good for what it's supposed to be used for. So we got these. This isn't the exact one that I wanted, but being in Alaska means that I don't get the ones that I want shipped up here. So this was the next closest thing, next version that I looked at that I liked the best. Because I did want a flat one, I didn't want a round one anymore. Alright, so here are the components. There's a components box which we'll open up, and then we have this running board here. And it is labeled passenger side. I'll open this up a little bit so you can actually see the design on here. Okay, so this is what the design looks like. It is black with this kind of silverish inlay, those 3 bars right there. But main thing for me is that this is flat. It has, I think it said it was 4.5 inches wide there, so that's plenty of room for you to put your foot on. It's still pretty low profile. I think it's only about, looks to be an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter or so. Not too wide right there, deep. And then the bottom is they're pretty fat, pretty flat. So that's basics of it. I'm going to put that one back in because I'm on the driver's side right now. Take this one out. So first step I'm going to have to do is I still have to remove my current ones that are on there, which is actually really easy to install and uninstall those ones. All it is a bolt on either end that I need to undo. So these ones are going to be a little bit more complicated to install, but not much. I don't see any instructions yet, so it'll probably be in this box here. Alright. So in the box right now we have these brackets. So you have these 2 brackets right here. There are not any labels on them that I can see right now. So there's those 2 brackets. Here's another one. Again, no label. Anything, they're all facing the same way so far. And then there are these 2. Again, all of these are facing the same way, so it looks like there isn't a difference between your driver and your passenger side as far as these brackets go. However, this one does seem to be different from the rest of them, so I'll keep that one separate. All the rest of these are the same by the looks of it. They all face the same way and everything, so that's that. And then we have this one which says passenger front. So we have 6 brackets total, but only one of them is different, and this one is labeled, it has the PF on it, so passenger front. So I guess I'll keep that in there with this one. And then there's this little piece that also says PF, so passenger front. So keep that one in there too. And then there is this little piece right here. We'll figure out what that's for later. And then this components bag as well for the pieces. And last thing that's in the box is this, which has the instructions. We value your product reviews. Tyger Step. So Tyger is the brand. For forget which model number this one is. The part number it says on here is TG-ST2C50028. That again is TG-ST2C50028. So this one says for 2007 and up, 1500 to 3500 Silverado or Sierra crew cabs, which is what I have. Includes the default, or includes the kit with the diesel with differential. So parts list right here: 2 running boards, mounting brackets, passenger right front upper bracket, passenger right front lower bracket, clip-on nuts, hex bolts, flat washers, lock washers, bolt plate, locking nuts, 6mm T-bolts, 6mm flat washers, 6mm lock washers, and 6mm hex nuts. So that's everything that there is included in this. And we'll start going over the process now and actually get it installed. First thing I'm going to do real quick is take off my old ones, then we'll get into this. Okay, so here it is. The running board is just placed on there right now. It's not actually fastened down, but that's just kind of overall what it looks like. So it's just a quick view for you. This is what I used to have on there, and as you can see, that pad fell off on the back, so it was actually really slick. It was really slick before, so that's why I actually got new ones. Overall, integrity was still really good on it, but I want to get something else that just because I lose the pad doesn't make it completely slick. So I do like that a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and start going over to the other side, and I'll show the installation on the front piece because it is a little bit different than this previous side that I just showed you, but everything else will be the same. So next thing I'll show you after that will just be the actual installing of the board onto the brackets. Okay, so it's starting to get pretty cold out, so I had to kind of get through this. Sorry I wasn't able to show you exactly how we were doing it, but this is a 2-piece bracket. This is the only one that's different. So we had to take this, it was individually in the package by itself, this bracket, and then feed it through as a bolt. Goes all the way through. We put the washer and the nut and everything on this side. So this is one piece right here, and then this actual bracket that comes down here is the second piece. So you just put this one piece up here. We are going to have to feed a bolt through that hole right there to connect those two together, and then the bolt right there, and then the one will go up through there just like normal, and that's really the only difference on them. I'm not sure why it's designed that way, but that's pretty much it, and then I'll show you here in just a little bit how you actually install the runners. Okay, so we're going over the installation of the other side, and it's just the bracket itself, and then there's the bolt, the locking washer, the washer, then that piece, and then you'll also see on all of these runners there's that little clip that is right there. So that little clip goes on the holes that are already on the inside of the truck. Those are there, but they're not threaded, so that little clip is what gives the threading for you to send that bolt through, and then that's what it actually screws into. And then up top, those are the pre-established holes in the truck that then those already have the threading in there, so you just thread those bolts in there, same pattern. So it's just the bolt, locking washer, and then the bracket. So as far as the holes go, you put it on the first hole, the second hole, that's what this one is, and you can see the clip there again, and then you're going to skip the third and the fourth, and you're going to go to the last one. So all these brackets are the same. All these brackets are the same, but you'll go with those particular holes. So it's the first, second, and fifth holes that you're going to apply those clips on and then secure them on there. So it's really easy to do. You do this before you apply the runners, and it just takes that wrench, and you can go ahead and apply that. Okay, so for this last port, we just have these little ones which I've already fed into all of the brackets there. So you just place them in there. It has the this head on it, so it's just kind of like that. It's kind of a funny shape. I know it's not focusing right now, but it's just got a funny shaped head on it. So that actually slides into the slots that are on the bottom of the running board. So I'm going to show you how we're going to feed the running boards right now. But I pre-placed those in all of them, all 6 of them, and then I also placed down below here the components, which is the washer, locking washer, and the nut, which I'm going to need to do as we do it. The way that we have to do this is there is a slot on the bottom of this board. You can see that is the only opening there across the whole board, which means that in order to get the heads of all of the bolts in there, we have to feed them one by one and slide it down there, and then we can actually bolt them in place. So we're going to go ahead and start running. I'll try and give you a bottom view of how we're doing it, but that's pretty much it for right now. After you slide it through, you just bolt it down, and that's really it. That's the end. Okay, so we're placing the runners right now. It's snowing, so I'm trying to get through this real quick, but placing the runners here, and you can see there are slots right there. So we fed these bolts through. Here's what the bolts look like. It has that funny shaped head there, and so you have to feed these bolts in and through. So we did all 6, which is 2 per bracket there. So feed them all through. We're going to flip it up over, and then you just have to slide them down the channel until they fit into these holes. Once you have them in the holes, then you just have to put the hardware on. So it's just the washer, locking washer, and the nut. And then you secure it down. Make sure that everything is bolted down tightly. And then that is it for this. It was a pretty easy installation, not too bad. Not fun to do it in the cold, but not hard at all to do it. Just this front bracket was a little weird on the passenger side, but showed you how to do it, so it shouldn't be a problem. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know, and we'll try and help you out best we can. Have a great day. DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself. DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.